Akame, well, he was thinking about what Kikyo said. And then she got on to be like, hmm. Well, if you ever had any thoughts on us while confessing your feelings to my brother, I'm pretty sure you know where to find him, cause, well, you're basically just like me and my sister. You know him better than anyone else. And Akame, agreed. She too also knew me better than anyone else. And just like that, Geeka went off to do her own thing, while Kami, well, just sit back, was just still sitting at a rock. By the way, they were outside. I think I forgot to mention that. They were outside. And Kami was just sitting on the rock and thinking about what Kikyo had said. That she too also, that Kami also knew me better than anyone else. And Akame, well, she got with a smile. And she got to be curious about, well, how did Najida knew, well, my father? And, well, Akame tracked down Najida and asked her the question on how did she knew who, well, my mother. And Najida explains that it was a tough situation about nearly almost 24 years ago. Actually, it was more like 27 years ago. So, I was normally walking around for a little bit until I encountered him battling Muda Prime. And it was then he noticed me after his little battle, and we ended up hanging out together. He introduced me to his wife, who at first I thought was a Godzilla until I realized Followers has a human form, and his wife was a human. And I think they were not expecting to have any kids. So, actually, I think it was before they got married. I mean, I can't really remember or how I met them, but Flowers and I, we were more like brother and sister. I visited him often, and he visited me often. And of course, I had the pleasure to meet little Super Final Wars when he was born. Almost about like 21 years ago was when I met little Super Final Wars. And let me tell you, he was kind of cute when he was a little baby. And I'm pretty sure Survivors does not remember everything about me. I became more like a aunt figure to him. Heck, Final Wars and Pink, the Card Titan, they even asked me if I was honored to become Super Final Wars' aunt. Final Wars never really had any sisters, but he did have two brothers. One of them went missing, and the other one went more crazy. Can't remember the other one's name, but I remember the first one. It was GMK Godzilla, or aka Ghost Godzilla. Akame found the story quite interesting. Then she came to ask, how did she reacted when Final Wars died? And, well, Najida at first refused to answer that question until she replied, I was broken. It's like my heart just completely shattered to millions of little pieces. Ever since he died, I just felt defenseless. He gave me hope. He gave me hints on how to become a good leader. He taught me how to move forward. But I swore to myself to never let his sacrifice be in vain. I swore to never let his death be in vain. And when I find the monster who killed him, I'll have great pleasure in watching Super Final Wars pummel him to the ground. So, yeah, that's the story. And Akame apologized, but Najida was more like, no, you were just curious. I don't mind that. And Najida even admits that when she looks at me, she kind of sees Final Wars because, well, my human form kind of almost resembles those Final Wars just a little bit. The only key difference is, well, I'm slightly shorter than he is. My hair is a different color, my eyes are a different color. And of course, I don't have much of a beard growing on my face, so there's that. And I did actually ends up figuring out that Akame actually has feelings towards me, and Akame explains her feelings towards me, and Naja is more like, I'm pretty sure Final Wars feels the same way. So Final Wars feels the same way. Like father, like son, getting a human girl as their soulmate. And Akame couldn't help to chuckle a little bit, but Now, moving on to episode 7. Majida tells Kami where I went, and she tracks me down, and well, we talked for a little bit until Kami got out to ask me a question, and that was, if I had a love interest, who would she be? At first, I kind of refused to answer because, well, she is my love interest, and I didn't know how to quite answer that question. Until I kind of whispered, you, and the comment was more like, what was that? And I came clean and I tell her my feelings towards her. And the comment tells me that she feels the same way. And that she wants to help me and my siblings to be free, and she wants to help me to become the king of monsters. Not knowing the true secret inside of me. And so we kinda have our first kiss, and we go out to stare at the sunset for a little bit. And she goes out to ask about my sister, Kikyo, and I explained to her that ever since that she got attacked by Inuyasha, she's kind of fell into a deep depression. She has always been in a deep depression for quite a long time, and my father and I, not even Kaede, were managed to cheer her up. And plus, the Skullcrawler that she's looking for to get revenge on is Remark Prime, the Alpha Skullcrawler. He was the one who killed our mother, and she was about 9 years old, and I was nearly about 14 or 12 at that time. Kaede, on the other hand, she was more like 3 months old. Ever since then, Kikyo is always wanting to find Remark Prime and make him pay for what he's done. And then figure out why Inuyasha attacked her, not knowing it was Naraku in disguise. And I replied that I couldn't help to think that maybe it wasn't Inuyasha who attacked her, but maybe someone in disguise who was disguised as her and made my sister think that it was, well, him and not another person. I just couldn't help to think that. And Kame understands.